Hello and welcome back to the Nerd Couch.
Haven't played this game in a while either.
I haven't played this game in a really long. Well, I mean, which one are you putting up where?
What?
Which one are you putting up where?
What do you mean?
Which episode are you putting where?
Well,
if you play this before, the either makes no sense.
We haven't played this game in a while either. Which means that the other game is going to be posted first. Because it got recorded first.
That's not necessarily how that works.
Sometimes it is.
You're gonna forget.
No, I'm not. You think I forget these things so easily?
Yes.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Resemble?
Yep. So you're not wrong. But not necessarily right.
Motherfucking Neo tanks. Again.
Again? Again?
Yeah, for Blue Moon this time.
Bomb, ba da bomb, ba bomb, bomb, bomb. I feel like we already did that joke. Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon.
I don't think we made that joke.
Really?
Maybe.
It's been a while.
Has been a while. We might have made that joke.
Probably.
Probably not. Wait.
Have you seen Zootopia
I didn't see
yet?
that at first. I have not seen Zootopia yet. How is it?
Oh, I liked it. It was really good.
Well, good.
It was a very simple movie.
Well, I mean...
But it did it very well.
That's important.
I mean, it really, it was good. It really was. But the reason I asked was because it just made, for some reason, I thought, this was my thought process of going from Blue Moon to Zootopia.
Okay.
Blue Moon, singing that song.
Okay.
That song was An American Werewolf in London.
Okay.
A werewolf is a type of animal. And animals were in Zootopia. And then it made me think about this stupid fan theory I read about in Zootopia. Saying, like, the horrible reason why there's no cats or dogs or anything like that in Zootopia. And it's just like...
What's the reason?
Well, it was very stupid and convoluted and way more thought out than it should have been. It's just like, hey, here's a simple answer, you fuckers. Humans never existed.
Yeah.
They never existed to domesticate these animals, you fucks.
I forgot about that. That's like a huge premise of that movie, too, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because, remember in, like, the first trailer, Nick the Fox was just like, yeah, imagine a world where humans never existed.
I don't remember that, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
But, yeah, I get the point.
And it's just like, since humans never existed, there was no reason for things to be domesticated.
Right.
So...
Well, not even no reason. There was no way to.
Yeah. And that's why I thought of Zootopia.
That's all you thought?
Because of Blue Moon. And you know how much I don't necessarily care for fan theories.
Yeah. Well,
to be
fair,
there can be very well thought out ones.
A lot of them are pretty dumb.
Yes, especially coma theories. Because you don't dream when you're in a coma.
Hashtag sick burn.
So any coma theory is technically just wrong.
Just from the start. You know, I feel like it was a waste to fire off all those missiles.
Why?
Because he's gonna have bigger, more important shit later.
Who did you choose as your general? I wasn't paying attention at that.
Oh, Colin. You have not even seen this guy yet.
Mm-mm.
Basically, he can produce stuff for cheaper.
Okay, that's cool.
It's a really good power.
Yeah.
One of the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hit that tank, but I'd rather just fuck his shit up.
Does that, like, do spread damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has to capture this 3 more days.
Wow.
Again, like... Or wait, I'm on a time limit, too. Fuck. Whatever, I just have to capture the base on the right, so if I keep him using all of his resources on the left there, that's good enough. You capture, give me the airport.
So you excited for the Civil War?
I'm not sure yet. And, like, it's weird to say that, but...
Since you're a big Marvel fan?
Yeah, biggest Marvel fan ever.
Ever. I mean, we've been over this, like, 5 million times.
Marvel's better than DC, yeah, I know.
Marvel's just completely better than DC in every
single aspect, yep.
No matter what you're trying to do, DC will just always fail.
You finally accept it.
But
I was sent here by headquarters to convince
by
you.
Marvel headquarters. But what if I was sent by DC headquarters just to make you feel good about yourselves?
Smart.
But
there's no way in hell.
But yes, I'm more of the DC fan, and you are more of the Marvel fan.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy Marvel.
I don't enjoy Marvel.
I'm sorry.
I live Marvel.
No, if you lived Marvel, I don't think you'd enjoy it much.
I wouldn't live.
Like, you'd either have to be probably a superhero if you lived Marvel, or
or dead.
Yeah.
Don't forget dead. Dead's very possible.
Or just, you know, instead of trying to die, you could sell your marriage to Mephisto.
That's a thing that happened.
It is, and that's
It's
one
a fucked up thing that happened.
That's one of the biggest reasons why whenever anyone's like, "Yeah, DC's so dumb," I'm like, "Really? Marvel's never done anything dumb,
Remember that time Peter Parker sold his wedding?
Not his wedding, his
Or
marriage. Like,
still dumb.
both of them have done fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
But yes, I still enjoy Marvel. I don't want to say like I'm super excited for the Civil War, because that's not honestly one of my favorite storylines.
No, I was gonna say, you've made that very clear.
Yeah, it's...
I should have just fucking thrown all my missiles on those 3 things guarding the lab.
It gets a lot more praise than it really deserves.
A lot of people really like it, and
Yeah.
that's cool for them.
But, have you read the Civil War?
I have not.
Okay. Do you know anything about the Civil War?
Very little.
Do you know what Tony did in the Civil War?
Which part?
The bad stuff he's done.
Some of it, yes.
Like, he stooped very low. Without trying to spoil too much. He stooped very low in that war.
Well, I mean, there's a couple problems with that, without spoiling things. Like, the biggest thing is, you know, I mean, it's a war.
It is.
People die. And even saying that far, I'm sure somebody out there is like, oh god, what? And it's like, yeah.
Well, people die in war, no?
People die.
But he did some very dirty stuff. All for a cause that
he only half believes in.
In the long run, spoiler alert,
right in the way.
the super... Okay, spoiler alert, in the comics, Superhero Registration Act passes. A lot of people know this.
Yeah.
Another spoiler alert, it gets retracted.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to finish this in time.
And apparently, I didn't read it from a trade, but I saw that someone said, like, in the trade, one of the people who worked on the comics said that the Superhero Registration Act was supposed to be the right side anyway. When the whole concept of that was to be like a morally ambiguous thing. But anyway, what I was getting at was Tony did a lot of dirty stuff.
Kind of like what she just did.
Yeah.
She didn't actively attack any of my stuff except the things that could capture the lab.
I mean, I want to spoil. I don't know what parts you've read or know or not.
Well, I know about the coolest thing ever with Punisher.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
I know, but that's because of a major thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say anything more than that, because that's already...
Like, okay. Where I'm getting at is... They both did some dirty things. Tony did a lot worse than Cap did. By a long shot.
Yeah.
The thing is... They still have to live with that. And yet, it honestly seemed like, yeah, sure, there's still some, like, you know, aftermath of that shit, but everything seemed to, like, blow over really quickly.
Yeah.
For all things considered. Like I said, there was still some aftermath, but it's one of those things where if you actually step it back and think about it,
it's pretty jacked up.
Tony has to live with that.
Yeah.
For what he did.
Yeah.
What he...
Are you fucking serious, Kat?
What he, like, fucking did during this war. He has to look Cap in the face, you know, and just... He'll probably always be reminded of what he did. Of what the outcome of that was.
Yeah.
And
Jackass.
yet... I don't know. They didn't really showcase that very well.
No.
And yet people revel this as, like, one of the best Marvel stories, and it's like, that's not even top 10 for me.
They glossed over way too much.
It's like, okay, it was in, what was it, like 12 issues, 8 issues? Because it was a miniseries.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, that's a thing. With most, you know, giant crossovers, there's a lot of tie-in issues. And that's where you get a lot of your story from. The problem with Civil War, though, was with all of those... This is actually the reason why I don't care for Civil War. The main story in itself is okay. It's the tie-in issues that make it bad. Because it becomes way too...
Oh, you bitch. That was the one thing she couldn't do. I can't win.
Oh... I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. I should have anticipated it based off the way the AI was acting. I have 2 days to capture this fucking factory with an 8 health minion. That means I need 3 days.
Oh. But like...
Blowing you to shit for that. Fuck you.
I mean, the tie-in issues became very pseudo-political and way too preachy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this shouldn't have been a Captain America movie.
Well, it really shouldn't be a Captain America movie. It should be Marvel's Civil War, not
Captain
Captain America's
It should have
Civil
been
War.
an Avengers movie. Because usually, when I think Avengers, that basically just is all-inclusive.
Okay. I would have stuck with Marvel's Civil War, but I mean,
because they would probably have to put a name behind it.
Yeah.
Because then people would probably be stupid. Be like, a Civil War, what?
I just noticed there was more missiles off to the right down there.
But like, and then like. The Black Panther was not a big part of the Civil War.
No.
He really wasn't. And this is his introduction.
Oh god, you're right. I didn't even think about it like that.
This is his introduction. 2, he was a fucking neutral party.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, I'm from Africa. I don't have to give a fuck about this.
That's...
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a foreign diplomat. Go fuck yourselves. And Spider-Man.
And she's rubbing it in too.
He's like in his 30s in the Civil War.
Yeah. Yet the Spider-Man they've shown off looks like he's about 12.
He's in high school.
It looks like he's 12.
They want to go for that younger face. Because apparently we only care about the younger Spider-Man. And it's just like, no, we haven't cared about the younger Spider-Man in a long time.
I mean, they need to show some of the other stuff that happens.
Other than Uncle Ben getting shot.
Yeah, again.
It irks me though, because like they're making all of these changes, and yet people are okay with it. And yet when DC made changes to some of their shit, people went ape shit and acted like they knew everything about comics. Yeah, you didn't do too well at this one.
Well, it's worse because they're like, do everything you just did,
but better.
Not even but better. It's just, do everything you just did. So next time on the Nerd Couch,
we'll do everything we just did.
I'm gonna do almost exactly what I just did, but with a different CO and some slightly different tactics.
Alright.
Catch you guys in the next episode.